Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk Business. Appreciate you being here. Our next guest today is Tyra. Tom is the Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at GSP International Airport, and we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. Tom, welcome.
Well, thanks for having me.
You are welcome. I am glad you're here. Let's just get right into it. You all received, I was going to say an award, but it's kind of a batch of awards here recently. Folks, get this. If you haven't heard this, this is really amazing stuff. GSP International Airport was named the best small airport in North America, but they won 4 other global awards for customer experience, cleanliness, friendly staff. Actually, Tom, you all won all the major awards for this industry in 1 year.
Yeah,
pretty cool stuff, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of very hardworking folks out at this airport, and this is kind of our mission and values. We know that we're in a tough neighborhood. We have Atlanta Airport, Charlotte Airport, lots of choices in this neighborhood, but we want to make sure that you have the best customer experience. And the airlines, the TSA, our team with the district, all pulled together, and we can't be more proud.
What makes GSP so customer friendly?
Well, it's how we start every day. I mean, even when we hire every employee, we go through an entire orientation of what does it mean for us to deliver service to the customer, and how do we set ourselves apart from the other airports out there. Every airport, airplanes take off, they land, they move through. It used to be an old adage that if you didn't remember the airport, everything went really well.
Yeah.
We went beyond that. We want you to remember the airport, and we want you to remember how you were welcomed, and the services and the types of restaurants and other things that you have that just set us apart from other airports our size.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, because I love GSP Airport. I think it's beautiful. I think it's well organized. And I always remember airports. The ones that I remember for a reason, for wanting to go through there, right? I mean, whether it's good restaurants or a good place to grab a beer or whatever, right? So anyway, congratulations on that. Let's jump right into the Terminal Roadway Improvement Project, or TRIP, T-R-I-P. Now, this is a 24-month, $18 million project designed to, let me make sure I get this right here, designed to significantly improve roadway congestion on the GSP Airport campus and allow us to continue to grow in the future. Tell us about this effort.
Yeah, so the airport, GSP, was opened in 1962. So we're almost 60 years, and we have not had really significant changes to the roadways in that time. We have grown. This region has grown significantly. We continue to think that in the decades coming ahead, we're going to grow. So it's now time to address the roadways around the airport. And if anyone's picked up or dropped off a passenger late at night, Friday nights or Sunday nights, you know that it can get pretty backed up, pretty congested. So this completely restructures and reconstructs the roadways that are right in front of the terminal between the 2 garages. And it expands lanes, makes them wider, makes a longer curb front so more people can get to the curb easier. Allows a better movement of buses and Uber, Lyft. Bigger thing is it also lays the infrastructure out to where we can eventually build a 3rd parking garage.
Are you going to have to remove anything?
We're going to have to remove some of the islands and make those roadways a little wider. There'll still be a separation there, but we're going to actually add a lane on either side of there, so it just spreads it out. And ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple more roundabouts in, and there won't be a single stoplight on airport property. There would all be roundabouts to move that traffic all the time. So we think it's going to be a big improvement, and it's now time to do that.
This is a 24-month project. How far along are you?
We're about 3 or 4 months into the project, okay. So we've got a while yet. Right now, if you're out at the airport, you probably won't notice a lot of changes. You'll see some bulldozers making some roads and things like that. Nothing in front of the terminal. We're really looking at probably towards right after the holiday season. You'll see the front curb, January, February, March, where there'll be some significant construction. So we'll bear with us. Right. You will like the results.
Right. We'll be patient. You got a new airline, Avelo Airlines. Tell us about that.
We do. It's a brand new airline. They've only been flying for about a year and a half. They are folks who used to work for other low-cost carriers like Allegiant and Frontier and some of the other airlines that you may have heard of. This is an airline that has been rapidly growing, and it's different than most. Most airlines are for people who live in the GSP area going out to destinations. This one wants to take GSP people to Orlando, to New Haven, Connecticut, to Wilmington, Delaware, but more importantly, they want to bring people from those places to GSP for the tourism, for meeting and greeting, for families. And so there's a lot of people up in the New Haven area, which is really Westchester County, New York, Long Island, up in Wilmington, which is really kind of Philadelphia, that want to get away from those cities and they want to come into the upstate. And this is what that airline's driven for. And so we're excited to be one of their first markets to explore.
And this is a low-cost airline. And tell me again where the stops are.
Yeah, so they're Wilmington, Delaware, which is just outside of Philadelphia. New Haven, Connecticut, where Yale University is. There's a lot in Westchester County, a lot of New Yorkers in that area. And Orlando, Florida, we all know where that is.
We know where that is. All right, I'm going to get you out of here on this. Let's talk about the automated shuttle network of electric vehicles. Bring us up to speed.
Yeah, so we just talked about the TRIP project of how we want to make sure our roadways are modern. We're going beyond that. We always look at 20, 30, 40 years out. And one of the projects that we are actually studying right now is the feasibility of putting automated electric shuttles. So shuttle buses that hold 16, 18 passengers that have no driver, all on a GPS course, dedicated roadways, taking people from our parking lots to the terminal, employees, maybe even somewhere down the road moving freight from airplanes to warehouses. We will be probably the first or one of the first airports in the United States to have this project. We think it's where we go in the future. We'll just have to make sure that all the dollars and cents line up.
Right. And so if this occurs, when might we see it?
We would see this, I think, fairly quickly. We'd see this in the next few years.
Okay. That's good stuff. Electric vehicles in South Carolina is a big thing right now, of course, with our commitment to auto manufacturing and BMW and other places throughout the state. Tom, great stuff. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Folks, that is Tom Tyra. He is the Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at GSP International Airport. We are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Here's another company you should know. Be right back.